In this video, I want to share with you 3 things that I have learned in my journey as a stock music composer. Number 1, how to write music for commercial use. This is something that I really struggled with in the beginning of my journey. I knew how to compose, I knew how to mix and master my own tracks, my own demos, but I had no idea how to compose commercial music. This came as a real revelation to me, to be faced with rejection after rejection and not being able to really compose commercial music, whatever that means, right? I'm a guitarist, so I wanted to compose commercial music, whether that was acoustic music or rock music or, God forbid, corporate music, which I really struggled with. But I couldn't put the tracks together. They didn't sound commercial enough. After giving a lot of try to this type of commercial music, I realized that it's much easier than what I thought. And that was the trick there, that it would, because it's so simple and it has to be so catchy and so digestible for the listener. I realized that was the part that I was struggling with. And that gave me a sense of focus. Stock music in the beginning gave me a sense of focus on how to compose music, commercial music, and it gave me limitations and a framework on how to do that. Number 2, to compose in different styles. Now that I knew how to compose commercial music, I can embark and compose in different styles that I never even dreamt of composing back in the day. Today I can compose a jazz track, another day I can compose a lo-fi hip-hop track, another day I can compose a rock track, an acoustic track, a cinematic track, a corporate track, an ambient abstract track. I mean, it doesn't really matter what the genre is now, because now I have a framework to work with. I had limitations in the beginning to work with, which was commercial music, and it was within the frame of stock music licensing. But that helped me a lot, because finally it gave me focus and finally it gave me a target to hit. And number 3, to be persistent. To not be attached to just one music track. I learned along the way with music licensing that by me composing a lot of music on a regular basis and being consistent with that, it gave me a sense of freedom. And it still is very liberating for me to just compose a music track and let it go immediately and then compose another one, right? And come from this philosophy that composers compose music. If you were a writer or an author, you will be writing all day long. If you were a painter, you will be painting. If you were a photographer, you will be taking photos. But before, I will just not do that before I got into music licensing. But then when I found stock music licensing, and I realized that it's not just about composing 10 tracks and that's it. It's about composing on a regular basis. And there's no limit to creativity, really, when you think about it. That's something that it was really, again, it gave me a sense of freedom, but it was all because of the constraints of music licensing, and specifically stock music, when it came down to composing commercial music, when it came down to composing in different styles within that framework, and then to compose different genres and be consistent with it and not be attached to the music. And going back to the idea of composing a lot, getting a lot of ideas out there. And the more I will get ideas out there, the more I will see results. And most importantly, I enjoy the process more. I was becoming happier with my own music, to the point that it gave me even more creativity to tap into that, because I was creating so much music. And that is still true to this day. Now, I want to invite you to the theSML Mastermind Community if you're new to music licensing, but even if you are an experienced composer, go and join the theSML Mastermind Community so you can get the support that you need, interact with other members in the community. It's a private community, and if you would like to learn more about this community of ours, click the link in the description. We have members inside the theSML Mastermind Community who have been in libraries like Audio Jungle for more than 11 years. We have experienced composers working as film composers as we speak. We have members from all over the world. I'm more than happy for you to check out the theSML Mastermind Community. I would love to see you inside so we can hear your music and we can share and interact in a safe place beyond a Facebook group. This is not a Facebook group. This is not a Discord group either. This is a private community. Thank you so much for all the love and support. It really means the world to me. And as always, rock and roll, and here's to your success.